It looks like there won't be any more costume parties in Nick Thompson and Danielle Ruhl's future. The former couple tied the knot on season 2 of Love is Blind, and were seemingly happily married on the show's follow-up special, After the Altar. But in August, Danielle filed for divorce after less than 2 years of marriage. The former spouses released a joint statement at the time, but in the weeks since, they have shown that things aren't exactly amicable between them. In a new interview, Nick gives some insight into what broke down between him and Danielle. There wasn't a big catastrophic event, he tells Us Weekly. Just over time, these things started building up. I don't wanna speak for her, but I know I wasn't feeling like I was getting the partnership I needed to be successful and to kind of move forward with the relationship. He shares that life after the pod experiment proved more challenging than they'd anticipated. As we moved forward and we started integrating our lives together, you start to see sort of some cracks that you don't see right away, based on the way that we met, he explains. And, you know, we were still building our connection, but you go from being completely scheduled to kind of being out in the world to fend for yourself. These days Nick says he and Danielle are not speaking to one another. For my own mental health and healing, I had to create a boundary with her that I'm not engaging anymore, he shares. Danielle previously cited personal compatibility issues as the reason behind her split from Nick. You can still love each other and try your best to move on, she said in a since-deleted video. We were very amicable and civil at first, and that's why people were kind of confused with some of the back and forth that happened, but going through the divorce process added even more stress, and it's tough on both of us, I am sure. After deleting a post saying that Nick didn't really respond after she expressed her concerns over the backlash she was receiving from her portrayal on the show, Danielle later asked her followers to be kind to Nick, adding, I made an unintentional mistake that did more harm than good. In his Us Weekly interview, Nick replies to the Danielle controversy, saying, I know that hurt people, and I know that this is really hard. It's hard for her. I know it's hard for her. It's hard for me. He continues, I know in my heart that I did absolutely the best I possibly could in that relationship. I gave it everything that I had, and that I think proves, to my point, that it wasn't what she needed. I think it's unfortunate that you have to disparage or stay stuck in this place. In September, Nick released a statement in the aftermath of the split, saying at the time, I am working through my own mental and emotional challenges to overcome feelings of anxiety and depression. I am heartbroken my marriage ended. I know in my heart that I did the best I could and gave it everything I had. I am optimistic for the future. E.T. recently spoke with Nick and Danielle's co-star, Natalie Lee, who remains close with Danielle, and she said of the split, I think it was just really incompatibility. I think they worked really hard in their relationships, but I think from us as their best friends, like, looking in, I think it was just incompatibility in those two relationships. Love is Blind has just released the first episodes of Season 3, introducing a new group of singles looking for love. For more from the cast, watch the clip below. Love is Blind star Deepti Vempati shares what ended her relationship with Kyle Abrams. Exclusive, this video is unavailable because we were unable to load a message from our sponsors. If you are using ad blocking software, please disable it and reload the page.